Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 6 of season 3 of The Legend of Vox Machina. The gang has made it out of hell after the last episode, and they stepped right out of the fire, right into this massive kaiju battle as they led this demon head on into the ice dragon and ended up having this whole thing erupt between the two. Hell, we had a demon execute a stone cold stunner on a freaking dragon. That's what we had last episode, and it was insane. The entire buildup of that fight and execution of it, it was just wild, man. I love when this show just gets into some balls to the wall action, and they killed it in this. And hey, they also killed that dragon. Another vestige down. There's only 2 left to go by my count. Again, correct me if I'm wrong there. But we ended the episode needing a little bit of a reprieve, so Scanlan has opened up his secret little door to this nightclub he's been talking about all season long. Well, I say all season long, but he's mentioned it like 1 or 2 times up until this point, but we finally get to see what exactly he's been talking about. That's where we left off. So let's go ahead and see, because after this, we are at the halfway point for the season. So with that all said, if you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things that we do over here, but at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps us out over here. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 6. The Coming Storm. Here we go.
What in the hell's?
How did you? How are we? Now I know what you're thinking.
Whoa.
The place is a little small, but
Nice. His records.
You're a wizard, Scanlan.
now don't just stand there, fam. Welcome to my getaway from the everyday.
What is this place?
Where the fuck is that music coming from? All your questions shall be answered.
Oh, he's got little like servant ghosts.
Percy gets a workshop to make gadgets and gizmos.
Whoa.
Nice, nice.
Dude.
Keyleth gets a greenhouse to tend to her veggies.
This is insane.
You sticky fingered holder.
Oh.
Or we could celebrate killing our 3rd dragon. Don't you want it? I know you need it. Kick back and join me at the Chateau Shorthalt.
Chateau Shorthalt. Let's go.
Come and join me at the Chateau Shorthalt.
Aw.
Will there ever be a chance to enjoy it with her?
Hey, Weenie. You coming?
Oh, you can't drink.
That's a whole lot of kicks.
Oh, whoa. Hell yeah.
Is there one? Of course.
Look, me on a horse.
Whoa. Yo.
At the Chateau Shorthalt.
Dude.
What happens in the chateau stays
Oh.
in the chateau.
Oh, the little Keyleth fish. I was kind of hoping for a dance number to break out with everybody. I don't know why, but like once we kind of leaned into it, hell, everybody got into the song pretty intimately as things kind of got along. Now they all have a room. I like that he's got a room for everybody. Just completely catered to their personality, what they're interested in. You know, Percy's got a workshop, you know, this whole like garden for Keyleth, a fighting pit for Grog. You know, spa, beer, everything they could ask for. And just everybody kind of get into it, changing their bathing suits, jumping in, taking a little dip. And it was that key that he nabbed from their last little hoard. God, and what a great detail, too, to have those records on the wall of all of Scanlan's songs over the course of these last 2 seasons.
Oh, Vax, did you need something, or...
Just a soak. Mind if I join you?
Actually, it's round.
Okay.
Was he, like, waiting on Vex or something? Nice.
Look, I've been meaning to talk to you about my sister. About everything, but mainly...
Yeah, he was waiting on
to
Vex.
apologize for being so harsh on you.
Aww. I mean, he did get her killed.
With the Briarwoods and the tomb, I got this sense that you attract danger somehow, which worries me. but ultimately, if you
He's
make
just looking
Vex
out.
happy, then you'd better. I need to rise above those feelings.
The
Aww.
point is, I have a sister too. I get it. And it's wonderful how you care about her happiness. But it's all right to care about your own too.
Yes.
So
Preach.
we're cool then.
There isn't a thing between us.
Just if you're going to be with her, check for traps next time, all right?
No.
I thought he'd never leave.
What
you
the
hold your
fuck? How the hell?
Let's see if you can beat my record.
Percy, you dog. Yo. Holy shit, let's go. Hey, hot tub fun is fun, but Vex has got to have that world record there for that looking breath she took. God damn. How not clear is that bathwater? I imagine Vex should have been able to see through that.
Oh, yeah, now go
Oh
take a
my
shit.
god.
Excuse me, coming through. Oh, coming through.
Why in the world is his dick square? Sorry, I guess more accurately cubed.
I figured I should probably be responsible and turn in.
Maybe it's all right to allow yourself a little fun now and then.
Is it?
Impressive
Ouch.
stuff with the portal and that whole tree arrow thing.
Well, you make a pretty good wingman yourself.
Little on the nose, but I'll take it. Well,
No, come on,
I'll leave you
guys.
to it then.
Yeah. Night.
Oh, come on, guys. Vax, make your move. Damn it! Hey, shit. They made their move.
Benefits. I could get used to this.
Trying not to question it, but I feel good. Without revenge weighing me down, I spent so much time chasing destruction. I'd almost forgotten what possibility felt like.
Oh,
And what's in your future if we survive this?
Whitestone, see if I can't build a home again. You've an open invitation, you know, if you ever care to lay down roots. You are technically a nobility now.
that is true.
True. I have a title. That and a piece of silver will get me around Vale. Tempting, though.
It is what they wanted, right? Is a home. Wait, what the hell was that picture? It looked like Magnum PI or some shit.
Hey, give me another drumstick.
What's the magic word?
Give
Yo,
me another drumstick.
that looks so good.
There's really nothing else to eat?
Yeah, sorry. They only make chicken. It's a whole thing.
What about
Wait,
eggs?
what?
Eggs
Really?
are just chickens. It ain't chickens yet.
Anyway, the conclave is down to 2 dragons. Pike has the plate now. That changes things.
Actually, I'm not awesome with it yet.
Can the Everlight help you?
I haven't had a chance to ask yet.
And there's still
avoiding
the matter of
that
Dr. Anna
call.
Ripley complicating things.
I thought you were past revenge, darling.
She still possesses Cabal's ruin, though.
What a name.
How many are enough? 3? 5?
Love it.
People are dying. Scanlan, you're rather quiet. Back me up here.
How am I supposed to save Taldore when I can't even talk to my own fucking daughter?
Damn.
Sorry.
Poor guy. I get it, though. It's just weighing him down.
It's Kaylee. You all met her in Western, and Scanlan's just going through some stuff.
And Kaylee was who again?
Oh, he's got a picture of the Sphinx.
Everybody's pretty worried about
Aw.
you. You okay? Are you
Aw.
crying?
I'm a terrible person. I don't know where she is. I don't know if she hates me. I abandoned her.
Whoa, easy, pal. You're not terrible. You just care for someone other than yourself for the first time, and it's freaking you out.
I mean, I
Would it
guess,
help
yeah,
if
it's
I
pretty
showed it
accurate.
to you?
You can do that.
All right, I just need something of hers.
Will this work?
Oh.
Holy crap! You went back for that sword?
Of course. It's hers.
Wow.
Give me your hands.
Aw.
Thank you, everyone.
Patronus? That's actually not too far.
She seems pretty happy to me.
Yeah, she does.
Scanlan fucking Shorthalt.
Oh. It's got to the point where she's still hoping against hope. Oh, that's heartbreaking. She wants so much, so badly to be proven wrong about all of her thoughts about him.
What do I do?
Let's hurry. We must check in with our ally.
Aww. That was a lovely little reprieve. Much needed break.
To Whitestone.
No. He's gonna go his own way. Maybe talking with the group and giving them a heads up first would have been great.
It'll be nice delivering good news for a change.
Only had to go to hell and back to get.
The city.
Raishan. No!
Oh no. Percy.
We're too late.
Oh no, Ripley. That's what she meant when she's like, I know the place for their first feasting or whatever. That bitch.
Damn it. Quickly, everyone. We have to save the castle. What about the sun tree? We can't just let it burn. Fine. 2 teams.
Shit. We gotta get them out of there.
We can't be everywhere in the city at once.
Sister, we have to be.
Good luck then.
Oh, wow.
I'll keep them away from the tree.
They've got to break up. We're...
Just like ball tag. Let's see if you can keep up.
Come and get it, Pee-wee!
Whoa, what was that?
Wish we could give you a warmer welcome.
Oh,
Glad you're
let's
here.
go.
Quickly, reload.
Yenin, where is Cassandra?
She was in the castle when they attacked. We'll deal with this, Percy. Go find your sister.
Got all this, especially after that conversation between he and Vex back in the chateau. You know, this is where he wants to invest everything, his home. And it just keeps getting wrecked. If it's not the undead, come on, Pike. Okay, that works too. Come on, she's got to get a handle on this vestige. This is another great trial run, fire everywhere. But anyway, like, this place can't, like, get a break, man, whether it's the undead or a dragon apocalypse.
No, we're too late.
We'll put it out.
I haven't really learned any water spells yet.
How's this?
Nice.
Work with this.
God. Oh, thank God. Vax has my favorite vestige, dude. Like, easy.
Keep tongue in that hole, dipshit.
Got it. No.
We good?
Oh, nice bloody work.
That is not looking good. Oh, please.
Bastards are everywhere.
I'm so nervous, Percy, after that conversation is not only going to lose this place, but maybe even his sister.
What, more of them? That's a big fucking problem.
Oh, let's go.
I'm an even bigger one.
Let's fucking go.
Are you three a sight for sore
Hell
eyes,
yes. Again, man, I love seeing the world get involved. Hey, she's still standing for now.
Baka.
My thoughts exactly.
I suppose we've had worse family reunions.
This one is up there.
I am so sorry, ma'am. Pike, shield.
Oh, let's go. Jeez.
Are you all right? What hurts?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd be shocked if it wasn't her entire body. Oh no, he needs another mushroom. Okay, well, they got her out of there, but
This can't be happening.
they're losing the castle. Oh, and they're leaving now. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. You know, I mean, it wasn't in the best of conditions when Delilah was here.
Where the fuck was Scanlan?
He had to be somewhere.
Somewhere more important than here?
Barely a handful of hatchling dragons did this. How did they find Whitestone when the entire city was cloaked?
Raishan sold us out. There's no other explanation.
Kiki's right. I always see that bitch.
Oh,
Typical.
no. Who else would know? Ripley.
Your judgment is clouded by anger.
My fudge is clouded by what?
And your ignorance is staggering.
We had a deal. You swore you wouldn't attack while we were gone. You lied!
We're not doing this again, are we?
Wow.
We are.
Oh, I thought he just gave it to her.
He had no idea where Whitestone was hidden, but you did.
You traded this city for your cure, and it'll be your last mistake.
Oh!
Vax!
Fools! Today was Thordak's revenge for Voragol. Nothing more.
So you knew it was happening.
If I had warned Whitestone, he would realize we were working together. I couldn't stop this.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
Ask yourself,
Take your pick.
who else knew of your ties to this place? Who would be bold enough to inform a dragon? Who had motive to destroy the Rolos?
No more stalling. Time's up.
Very well, then.
Wow. Oh, we're... Okay. Whew.
It was Ripley. She must have told him, sent him here as a message to me, a demonstration that the unarmed cannot defend themselves.
Then we'll hunt Ripley down.
Wow, that was
That's
her
what she
angle.
wants. You have the plate. Stay the course and finish Thordak once and for all.
Make the world desperate enough to turn towards her arms race.
His eggs are already hatching. You must get to Iman and...
We're quite finished taking orders from you, Raishan.
And what of our deal?
It's over.
Wow.
Well then, you've let vengeance blind you again. I'll see you in Iman eventually. As enemies. Just remember, when your last breath leaves your lungs, it didn't have to be like this.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't need to continue to aggravate the situation. Like, I don't know. But I get it.
Are you sure about this, darling? Thordak is ultimately responsible.
These people, they relied on the Rolos to protect them. Yet every time I try to do the right thing, the people I love, the people who matter get hurt. I thought I could move past this, but Ripley won't let me. I'm begging. Help me end her.
No need to beg, darling. If this is what you want, I'll be right beside you. But aren't you at all worried about revenge clouding your judgment again?
I've worried these hands would always carry the stain of evil. But perhaps I can finally scour them clean in Ripley's blood.
No! Oh. Oh, God. The fucking glasses. You know, with the way this opened up and the whole fun and whatever, I kind of thought, and almost even naively relaxed into a sense of, okay, maybe this is like a calm before the storm episode, even if it is called, you know, the coming storm. You know, it's not here yet. It's coming, right? I thought, you know, we're going to have a lot of like maybe inner turmoil. It's the halfway point, but man, did that get ruined. I should have saw all of the tracks laying that groundwork and all that, because there was basically like the whole thing, like him relaxing, being free for any moment, thinking about the future, God forbid. You know, having this moment with Vex, opening up, talking about what he wants to do with Whitestone, letting go of vengeance, making something out of this place, making a future, even offering a chance for her to like lay down roots somewhere. Lo and behold, they come back and it is set ablaze. If it is not the undead, it's fucking dragons. And I didn't even put that together when Ripley was like, I know just the place. When Thordak was talking about giving them their first feast or whatever, their first taste of blood, it should have been plain as day. I thought, you know, they were setting up, you know, once we got here, and that was clear that, again, Percy is not going to be allowed to just live and, you know, have these kind of aspirations, at least as long as Ripley's alive. You know, as long as he doesn't axe that final name off his list, because he let her go. She was on there, and she's just going to keep nipping at their heels until she gets what she wants. And this was her way of doing that. Her allegiance with the dragons has all been about pushing the world to the brink so that once her factories are up and running and mass producing these weapons, they have no other choice but to turn towards her company, her product, to defend themselves, giving that power to the people. This was her message to Percy. This is her way of getting back at him turning down their alliance. And then once when we got back here and it became quite clear that everything that we saw in the first half of this episode was basically just to kind of ease us and relax us while we don't see the knife coming up behind us here for Percy again. He's getting settled in. You know, he's making these strides forward with Vex and all these things. He's feeling free and happy for the first time ever. The city he's hoping to rebuild and prosper in the name of his family yet again is burned to the ground. I thought on top of that, for a second, he would actually lose Cassandra this time when she was off in the castle by herself while everybody else was just defending as many of the, you know, the small folk as possible. You know, I like that when the team got here, it was already so much chaos that there was no point in just going into like groups of 2 or whatever. They just had to be anywhere and everywhere that they could. You know, Vax broke off. Allura and Keyleth went to go save the Sun Tree because this place needs the Sun Tree just to kind of keep itself going. It's just this symbol of Whitestone and just of nature itself. It's an important landmark, not just to the city, but to, you know, Taldore. They were putting up a damn good fight, though. You know, it just kind of did suck to see that even though for the little bit they were in Scanlan's little hut, Pike was trying to figure out how to use the vestige, but it didn't actually come through here in this moment when it really could have. Like when there's just fire everywhere, dragons burning, buildings and people alike, and there's a lot of moments where she could have used it, but I think she, like after what happened in Hell with that demon, I think she's pretty hesitant to try it again. She doesn't know how it works. She's not got a handle on it. I don't know if it would have helped a lot, but I think it would have helped. The way they still managed to kind of circumvent this tragedy that they stumbled into, like it was still really well done. The way the team came together, used their skill sets, their vestiges, the ones that they do have. Vax outmaneuvering that dragon and just completely shaking it while the rest of them were just brutally murdering as many of them as they can. Grog going giant mode and just wrestling with them and all that kind of stuff. All that was just fucking wild. And obviously, given the strain that has existed since they've come face to face, they instantly blame Raishan, because in the moment, that's the only person they could think of that knew where Whitestone was. They are right, at least, in the way that she could have warned them. She could have given them a heads up. She knew this was happening, but she protected her cover. She didn't instigate it. It wasn't her idea. This isn't her doing, but she could have at least gave them a warning. But to her credit, to her point, I understand that if they found out this attack was coming, the only person that could have known or would have told them would be Raishan. She would have made herself vulnerable, and that's another ally they would have lost. However, because of all this, they lost her anyway. So that still leaves us with Raishan to unfortunately take out ourselves, I would imagine. Because they said next time we meet, we will be enemies. I get it, but it wasn't. It's just another machination of Ripley to just destabilize their ability to fight back against Thordak unless they rely on her. Turn to her. God, it's so frustrating. While Raishan is 100% doing this out of selfish intent, they are there to utilize this. Even though they are, hey, the more they are there too, like Keyleth said, they're just kind of waiting for the moment when she does stab them back. What happens when they do defeat Thordak? Is she just going to sit by and just, we going to let her ride off into the sunset? Or is she going to strike down at them? Maybe they're weakened after the fight, spell slots expended, and then after Thordak is out of the picture, she doesn't just come in and just give them a little knife in the back. I understand where everybody comes from, but like, there's just like, where I'm coming from is like, there's just this bigger picture. But whereas you're having, you know, 2 dragons as your enemies, you narrow that down to 1, or at least one that is on your side until, you know, the opportunity disappears, or the allegiance disappears, the necessity of an allegiance disappears. But that's a dragon you don't have to deal with right now, but now they're back to having to deal with 2. I don't know. Hindsight is the only way to tell us what would actually have been the right call, and we're not going to know that now. We would only know if we decided to help her, and then whatever played out. If she followed through on everything and then didn't stab us in the back, or if she did. But we would have had to take that gamble, and right now they are not willing to take that gamble, and I get it. But at the end of the day, Raishan wasn't the one that did this. Did she step out of the way and let it happen? Sure, but and again, Keyleth's rage blinded her to the point where she just straight out attacked and then hit Vax. I think that is a great representation of what vengeance and this blind rage can kind of do to you, even though it was just this small little moment. I like that, because like Raishan was about to just bamf out of there and whatever. When they were finally about to just drop her in that moment, it was Percy that had to like call off the hounds. Everybody was ready for blood. And then everybody's irritated, except for Pike, obviously, because she knows what was going on, but everybody else is like given this situation. And again, how would they have known? They wouldn't have known. They didn't know this was happening. So I can't really put that on Scanlan, but when they get there and Scanlan isn't there because he went off to go find Keyleth to finally resolve this, or at least try to resolve this conflict that he's been carrying around this entire time, and seeing that vision too of her actually getting excited that he's stalking her again. Like she thought that was him at the bar again, just like at the last show she was at. She let herself get a little excited that he's not giving up. Even after she shunned him and shut that door, you know, she was like, hey, here he is trying again. And she got a little excited that maybe every time she's allowing herself that hope that the next time or this time it'll be different. This time, maybe it'll play out in this way that's always been this fantasy in my mind. And he's not this piece of shit that didn't give a crap about any of us, my mother or me or anything of the sort. And he's here again, but this time it wasn't. But he is on his way. And I hope that doesn't just kind of put a rift between him and the group right now when they definitely don't need that. He couldn't have known. He just couldn't have known. I don't think it's wholly fair to put that on him right now. And he's not in the moment either right now, as long as it's eating him up. He's only really going to be holding everybody back if his head's not completely in the game. It's another one of those situations where it's just messy, and I don't think there is a right or wrong answer. And this is like another one of those moments where I'm talking about hindsight, where had this not played out this way, there would be a completely different reaction. There's no way to have known. It's only that they got here that they realized that, one, he wasn't with them and that they needed him. And it just fucking sucks, man. And I'm sure there was a plethora of Easter eggs for people that have followed the campaign throughout in his little chateau, like all the little nuggets, maybe paintings, a little like background images and stuff like that, little gags. Like I'm sure, like it's gotta be like the fucking cube dick thing. Is that what is that? Like that feels like that's gotta be a thing. Why else would you make that choice? Like, I don't know. But then you have little things like throughout the show itself, like the records, all the different Scanlan songs, the Sphinx he befriended that got killed by Umbrasyl. He had a painting right above his bed in his bedroom. Also, there was that painting of Scanlan and Pike on that horse. And I'm just like, God, I don't know. Like what was in here was like a representation of all these things that are important to Scanlan. He had that portrait of him and Keyleth, had that one of Cam, and then that of them. and then just all these other things. It's just like he values these things in like this way that he just can't express in any kind of way that anyone can genuinely understand. Except outside of Cam. Cam's like the first person to actually get what Scanlan is like on the inside. You know, because they had that connection in that moment between their two loves or their aspiration of love. He's just not able to find that. That's his journey still, is actually following through and finding that. He could talk about it all day, sing about it all day, but he's never felt it for himself. And now that it's out there, now that he's feeling this connection that isn't just a fleeting moment of happiness, it scares him. He's got a daughter and he's trying to figure out what to do with that. And then there's this stuff with Pike, maybe that'll go somewhere. I don't know. He clearly wants it to. I mean, there's that painting. I think that's pretty clear. I think they both do, but it's just they're both in their own way, in different ways, which is par for the course in this entire team, but Grog. Vax, you know, having that little talk with Percy as well, you know, kind of being the big brother, giving the talk, is like, you better make her happy. You know, I got to be better about allowing you guys to do your thing. You know, I care about her. I want her to be happy. You know, it's almost like the reverse of when Vex was having trouble with Keyleth and Vax kind of having this thing, and she had to kind of go through that. It's just the sibling protectiveness that they've had, especially between these two, these twins, who've been basically the only person there for each other their entire lives. It wasn't their mother, it wasn't their father, at least by the time their mother was out of the picture. It definitely wasn't their fucking father at that point. They're all that they've had. So for either one of them to be comfortable with the other kind of branching off and being in the care of somebody else is very hard for them to kind of conceive. And especially given the fact that Percy, not checking for traps, got Vex killed. You know? And I like that little moment. Hey, next time, check for traps. If you care about her, please. And oh my God, the payoff of that. I thought this was going to be like a Sokka in the tent moment where he's like, got the rose petals, his hair's down, he's got a rose in his mouth, and he's just waiting for Suki to come in. But instead, it's Zuko seeking advice over his sister. God. And I thought that's what was happening. He was waiting here alone in his own little hot tub, waiting for Vex to show up for them to have a little sexy hot tub time. And well, that was the case. It just, we interrupted the sexy hot tub time. I don't even know if anybody, how long was that? Did anybody time that? Drop a comment. Let me know how long she was actually, we don't even know. We don't even know. Was she already in the middle of the act? Or did she sense him coming and then go under? Or was she just already doing the deed and he just came in and she just didn't stop until he left? If that's the case, man, good God, her lungs. Oh, dear. Let's go, Percy. And then after all of that, you know, having this little talk about, you know, Percy finally allowing himself to be happy, but then flipping that on Vax and be like, hey, man, so do you. You deserve to be happy. And then he tried in his awkward way to kind of go talk to Keyleth. And again, they're just so awkward in the way that they approach one another that he's trying to kind of swagger and kind of ignore the conversation they had last time, but then it just doesn't go that way. And she's like, I gotta be responsible. I'm going to turn in. And he just kind of backs off. And again, they're not being in the now. They're not being in the moment. But then again, was this the right time? Don't know. I feel like though we should have had a talk, at least. I get not wanting to press that right now, given the sensitivity of the situation. But anyway, a lot of rambling in this one, a lot of talking. So I'm going to go ahead and stop and pass it off to you guys. So what did you guys think? How do you feel? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Share, York, Scott, Robert, Umgriano, Jeffrey L, Jake and Trell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Croggin, and Sam Oyer. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.